Alright, it's time to finish this. Probably have like 4 more hours to go. Our blood reddens, offering our tears blacken. Our children are reborn among the blooming flowers. And it said something about the gods. We are corrupted. Don't say we, buddy. Gotta put this on auto. Dim candlelight flickers over rent books and draft papers casting shadows on something. Leonardo is fully engrossed within books held in front of him.
And dance to the heretics' music. Then they cut their wrists to shed blood, mixed it with air and soil,
Oi.
and painted the mixture on the wall. The air smelled strange. I started to laugh and dance just like they did.
The doors cracked, followed by sounds of heels. Okay, this is going by too fast. Despite the noise, the man keeps stirring the books.
Reborn from the ashes. Blood on the wall, reborn from the tears. Blood on the wall, reborn from the flesh.
Reverse 1999.
What?
Leonardo at last takes notice of the figure in the room as it approaches him like a ghost from the shadows, right behind, creeping closer and closer.
Buonasera?
Go shout, Leonardo's.
Blood on the wall. I am reborn.
That voice sounds familiar.
What's wrong, Mr.
I
Leonardo?
knew it.
I was only reading the rest of the spell. Oh, I get it. You were having fun reading those horror stories all alone. I understand. I do love a good ghost story.
You might have considered knocking me, signorina.
The young lady snorts presumptuously.
Mr. Leonardo? Mr. Leonardo? Mr. Leonardo! I called your name 3 times in a row, but no one answered. How could you be so rude as to ignore your patroness?
What is she doing here?
I didn't mean to scare you, but Miss Sotheby has no time to waste.
Oh wait, never mind, I remember now.
Miren Cresce, I've been entranced in the words. It's a record of the Compliners ritual. The author claims to have been part of it and escaped alive.
The ones you've mentioned before? That nasty group of gremlins that used to meet in the cathedral in secret?
See, they are also the ones who have secreted away the relics that Ezio is searching for. My messenger must have told you why I invited you to come by. Your father just confiscated some manuscripts.
Oh, I think you're mistaken. Mr. Domenico is not my father, though I am very grateful for his help.
He's not your father? But I was certain that you were introduced as such.
Playing for it? Yes, I'm off.
It's a long story.
The young lady looks up wistfully as she recalls the events.
I was wandering around the palazzo when some gentlemen arrived. As I recall, they were all members of the Decem Weary. One of them was Mr. Domenico. All of a sudden, he rushed up to me and asked if I was his daughter. He said that I had gone missing many years ago.
No offense, mia signorina, but that sounds a little like how they kidnap children in Santa Croce.
Thank you for the reminder, Mr. Leonardo. But Sotheby is a mature young lady who can protect herself. After all, I'm standing here talking to you in one piece. Anyway, he started crying about the garden he had built for her, and how it had all the rarest plants he could find. He even said he had Tahitian bridal veil, Egyptian privet, and devil's tree. So...
Fortuna certainly seems to be on your side. Now, did he give you the manuscripts? I can't imagine he would say no to his long-lost daughter.
The young lady nods proudly. I updated Fortnite earlier.
Miss Sotheby already took the liberty of checking them all. This one is well crafted and has the most details. It was confiscated from a book merchant. He said...
The young lady clears her throat before she continues.
It has a silk cover, tempera painting, and gilded edges. Buy it now, and I'll throw in a free collection of Dante's poetry. Incipe Menelius micum mea tibia versus. How was that? Miss Sotheby has been practicing her Latin.
Latin?
Brava! Your father would be moved to tears if he heard that.
Now that I've given you a hand, could you...
Don't tell me you want to join.
That's right. Please let me join in your adventure. Take me to the cathedral with you.
The young lady seems to almost float with anticipation. Of course, this one's free.
But this is not the sort of adventure suitable for a young woman. I barely survived my own encounter with the Templars. Don't presume that they will show you mercy simply because you are a nobleman's daughter. Mia Signorina, I'm sorry, but I could never forgive myself if I let you be hurt. Whatever adventure awaits us at Il Duomo, I do not believe it will be fun.
There's no need to worry. Miss Sotheby can protect herself, and more than just that.
She raises her head proudly, adopting a proud and noble pose.
I can make potions, aid in teamwork, research critters, read Latin, give orders, and even fight any villains we may find.
Yeah, this one's also a mobile game too.
Just let me prove it.
Aww, I haven't used Sotheby in forever.
Wow.
Since I got the Elder Healer.
So many things that I haven't seen.
Yes, I don't have choice. Show yourself, War Machine. I'll complete the installation in a few minutes. You will have to... Okay, I'm not reading all that. Let's do that.
I tripled the ingredients this time.
Holy crap. I was gonna say, he's tanky.
What's this? It seems to be mixed up. It should be fine, right? I know what this is. This is my best formula. This is
Really need our heal, but...
for you. Typhon won't give up his friends. Neither will Sotheby.
Oh no, my War Machine, it broke down. Yes, it did.
Sotheby doesn't need a book.
Leonardo may be a man of many talents, but fighting is not one of them, and soon he ends up cornered by the little Arcanist.
Hooray! My screaming roots and Popeye slime worked.
Calm down, Signorina. All right. Please, have mercy. You can join us. You've more than proved your ability.
W. Sotheby? Hands on the head. Leonardo rushes towards the door, trying to run away from the little witch.
this be?
It seems like I've missed a party.
Ezio! Signore Apple! I knew you would get rid of those Templars. Oh, and you've even brought us a new friend.
Good evening, Mr. Leonardo.
It's closer to an RPG game.
Out you on my way here. That lady behind you.
As heels hit the wooden floor again, a green tornado swishes by Leonardo and charges forward. A heartwarming reunion. The young lady can't help hugging her friend in a swirling indifference or endurance. I don't know what that said.
Miss Sotheby had to attend classes and even study Latin. My teachers were even stricter than Mr. Carson.
The anxiety of exploring the new places all at once driven away. She takes a deep breath to enjoy the moment, taking the pleasant smell of the Tuscan air with odd hints of citrus and unmistakable something.
I'm so glad I finally found you, Sotheby.
To be continued. How far away am I? Okay, 3,000. Yeah, most of this is all story. It's an Assassin's Creed event.
I see. Each of us seems to have had our own adventures after
There
we
is action though.
arrived. How interesting and wonderfully fun.
So, then we each arrived here in the stage. I mean, in Florence, at different times. How odd. As far as this apple recalls, the instruction book didn't mention anything about that.
So then you and your friends came here on a sort of pilgrimage. Was it a journey of discovery, or is it simply that you wish to see the beauty of Firenze?
Firenze, that's what it's called.
It was only supposed to be a quick journey, but something happened along the way. Accidents, murders, and now the threat of an all-out war.
Again, I'm sorry, but we're in need of your help, Signore Apple.
What do you mean, we?
My friends and allies, my fellow assassins.
Assassins? Mr. Ezio, I need to know more about this organization of yours before making any decisions.
A straightforward request.
Va bene. I'll tell you whatever you need to know, if it is in my power to tell you. The assassins have a long history. We do not serve kings, nor do we kill for money. We fight for peace, and for the freedom of mankind.
That's very noble of you. I imagine you face many obstructions to that goal. Am I right that these Templars are one of those obstacles?
It kept everyone in character.
See, they've long been opposed to us. They prefer to impose their vision of order on others. They will stop at nothing until they control the whole world.
Solo.
If order is what they're after, this apple does sympathize with them to some extent. There is no such thing as
It's a solo game.
justice, but we can all do our best to pursue it.
No. Nothing of what they do could be called justice. This order they believe in is only a disguise. All they truly desire is control. Their rise to power would be the end of freedom. No one would be spared.
The man furrows his brows, his expressions revealing an unusual hint of disdain.
I see.
Rachel relaxes her stance, satisfied with the hooded man's answer.
Ask anything of us. We will do it for you. Anything within our reach.
All right. As Mr. Apple is already deeply involved in this. I must admit, I am curious about his change in appearance. Maybe we will find our answer to that in this secret chamber.
Stories do get crazy,
Grazie.
mostly towards the end though.
Va bene. Now that we've reached an agreement, allow me to continue studying this manuscript.
I've seen this before.
Signorina Sotheby.
I'm only in the
borrowed
beginning
it
of
from
this
us.
story.
We'll have to return it soon, so our time is short. Let's get started and see what clues we can find.
I can't make heads or tails of it easier. I'm afraid I'll be needing those keen, all-seeing eyes of yours. Leave it to me. It's like a... What the... Haven't I seen this symbol before? It's exactly like one of those frescoes. This is getting interesting. Quick, let's see what's going on. Next page. I didn't just start the game, but I just started this story. This is an event. Started the game like last year. I took a little break though. And I missed a lot. Oh, I missed a lot. Oh, W horse. Why is this stick figure on my screen?
This is most confusing. Almost every fresco has one of these humanoid symbols, each adopting a different pose.
I once read something similar in a detective story. It could be a secret code used between close friends to encrypt their conversation, like Typhon and Orthrus.
Orthrus? You mean this might be an encrypted version of ancient Greek? The grammar doesn't seem to match.
I might do my piano after this stream. Might do a piano stream.
Mr. Leonardo, we haven't finished. Do you mind?
I mind.
Uccello. It's Paolo Uccello. The copies cannot recreate every detail of the originals, but still the style makes itself evident. The perspective is perfect, and the geometric figures are so precise that it almost starts to get dull. There is no doubt. This is Paolo Uccello's work.
What's wrong, Ezio?
I know the name. My mother used to be a patron of his.
What?
I was young when we met. All I remember is that he was a shy man who kept his head low as he worked.
This might be 3 hours though.
He left before what happened to my family. Then we lost touch.
The assassin let his eyes rest on the flickering candlelight in the corner.
I haven't seen him since.
Ezio's mother, La Signora Maria Auditore, is a kind-hearted patrona.
Oh,
She
that's a
sponsored
hard
many
name to
artists,
pronounce.
myself included. I never expected Uccello to be involved, though I've heard he was a strange man. He became obsessed with his studies on perspective. Then eventually he disappeared. Not even his family knew where he went. It was declared that he died some time ago, 1475, I believe. But some claim that he is still alive, still painting, scratching out a living somewhere far from civilization.
Hold on. Take a look at the lines in the other frescoes. This bird, its lines are rougher than Uccello's. These were drawn by someone else, an imitator.
You're right. This is a counterfeit.
No, this game will be probably like 3 hours. Gonna try to finish the story. I might play the piano for 3 hours. I don't know. 2 hours? 1 hour?
Don't be fooled by his rough exterior, signore. The Auditores were once one of the great families of Firenze. Not so powerful as the Medicis, but still.
Ezio's only response, with a few coughs indicating the topic should shift.
As Leonardo said, my mother has been a patron of many artists, including Uccello. I've seen his work many times on the walls of our home in Monteregione.
This is...
Leonardo jumps, looking
Signore,
particularly
signori,
serious.
I believe I may have discovered the location of the hidden chamber.
Goodness me! You figured that out before I could even finish the manuscript.
Mi rincresce, mia signorina. Once I begin, it is hard to stop the mechanisms of my mind. Take a look. It's a copy of the dome's blueprint. I've never seen anything so perfect in its design. The design was inspired by the Pantheon, and Brunelleschi invented the double-layer dome on that basis.
What a genius idea! The two shells serve as a buttress to each other, so that the dome could avoid from collapsing, even at this size.
Precisely! But see here, the tunnel between the two shells is scarcely wide enough for a man to fit through. That is, except for this space below the ribs.
Which means the secret chamber has to be there.
Appunto.
Okay.
But it's no more than an inference for now. We must visit the Duomo to confirm it for ourselves. Ezio, you're familiar with
gotta
the structure,
practice.
aren't you? You've been beneath its catacombs.
I am. I have. But the cathedral will be under careful watch by the Templars. I doubt we can slip in undetected. We need another way in.
Don't worry. I have already devised a way.
Leonardo winks and smiles, which suggests a surprise.
Have you heard of my work there? The Assumption of Mary?
Be continued. So we're in part 6. I'm halfway to where I need to be to unlock a lot of the other stuff. This one has some action in it. Chirps and chatters. Afternoon of the next day. Central Cathedral interior.
Is that you, Signore Leonardo? Thank God. I still hadn't truly believed the rumors of your return.
I know. There was some trouble in Milan.
We've heard about the scandal concerning Duke Sforza. How savage.
That's why I came back, with a creative fever inspired by my paints.
The old priest gasped as if the young painter's words stung his ear.
Capisco. So, and have you come to finish the Assumption of Mary? It's been 4 years since you left. We've been careful to leave it untouched. Now, by the light of the Lord, you're finally back. We emptied the Duomo as you requested. I promise no one will bother you.
Grazie. I must get to work right away. My inspiration may fade at any moment.
But who are these signorine?
Good day, Father. I'm here as Signore Leonardo's apprentice.
And, why... I'm here to evaluate his work for my father, of course.
Allow me to present Father Alberto, Signorina Sotheby Domenico. She's provided huge support for my art career, so to show my gratitude, I've asked her to model.
For the Assumption of Mary?
The old priest stabs a bit of sweat off his forehead
La signorina is a
unconsciously.
bit young, don't you think? And not exactly how I had pictured Mary.
Who is the artist, Father? Do not let your mind be so entrenched by outdated styles. When you look for a model, you must focus on their soul, not simply their flesh. You pay too much attention to her appearance, yet neglect what's inside. The Assumption of Mary depicts La Madonna's reception into heaven, not just in body, but in spirit as well. And what do you think best captures that moment, Father?
Huh? Why are you looking at me?
Leonardo gestures at Sotheby, pursuing her like a showman.
That innocence and vitality. She may be a little young, but her spirit is perfect. In fact, it is that innocence which makes her more qualified than anyone. She will be indispensable for my work, for my inspiration, you know?
Oh well. Then I must thank you for your compliments, Signor Leonardo.
You have convinced me once again, Leonardo. Although, something tells me that we should go deeper into this topic. Another time, perhaps. For now, I will trust in your piety and capability. Please, let me know if you need anything else.
As it happens, there is something, Father. You see, I would like to try some new perspective techniques on this work. I know that Paolo Uccello is a master of perspective. Do you have any of his works around?
See, San George and the Dragon, one of his masterpieces.
Ah, but I have already seared this one into my mind. Have you any others?
Yes, there's another fresco in the dome, but it was suspended midway by the sponsor, the Arte della Lana. More than a dozen artisans and artists, including Signore Uccello, the chief painter, participated in this project. But none of them received a single florin for their work. Che Dio li benedica.
Oh, how terrible. Those poor artists. What happened?
This was nearly 20 years ago.
Good.
I suppose it was simply
Paying
too
attention to the
expensive.
story.
The dome itself is rarely visited. It is only natural that our money go to the central nave, where all the faithful might see it. I should leave you to your work, signore. Che Dio vi benedica tutti.
Berto crosses his
They're
heart
finally
and
gone.
leave.
All right, time to start Operation Florence Typhoon! Wait, where's Vertin?
10.
Right behind you.
Oh, where did you go? We're about to get started.
I wanted to make sure that there was no one else in the cathedral before we began. I believe we are alone now. We shouldn't be disturbed for some time.
Considering that there's a fight.
It's always good to be cautious, Signorina. I should signal Ezio and Signor Apple now. They've waited long enough.
Is there something wrong, Vertin? You don't look well.
I'm fine. I'm not used to the smells here.
The smells? It's frankincense. And myrrh. Those are the most prominent ones I can detect. I believe there may be some other local florals. I wonder if all the incense is meant to make you dizzy on purpose. What better way is there to see clouds and angels?
That's a clever theory.
But heavy incense can certainly be unpleasant for some people. Oh! But Miss Sotheby has the perfect thing to help!
She flings open her bag and retrieves a potion.
Apply 2 drops just inside your nose, and you should be right as rain.
Thank you.
There's more.
The weather is truly lovely today, isn't it?
The golden apple basks cozily beneath the Tuscan sun.
Any sign of the signal yet?
Not yet.
A short time later, the assassin makes his way to the apple's side.
There's a window near the reaps. We should be able to sneak in through there.
Marvelous. All that's left to do is to wait for their signal. The sun is so warm and gentle right now. Like sipping a cup of fresh-made Cornish tea. Ouch!
Sunburn? Or is it a bird?
A bird? Did it think this apple was a fine-looking snack? It has letters on it. It Nava.
Let me see. It's mirrored font, one of Leonardo's codes. You reverse it to get the true message. Avanti. Action.
Oh, I see. Nothing too complex. But what about this bird?
Another of his bizarre inventions. It has to hit something to stop. You should be thankful. He's improved it from his last design. It used to fly so fast that it would knock you off your feet.
Remarkable. It is an amazing invention. If I were you, I would suggest that he take good care of all his blueprints so they might be passed down in the future.
Ezio smiles. Ezio.
It wouldn't do any good. His genius may well be forgotten since he guards his ideas so jealously. He writes everything in ciphers like this. He would rather see his work burn than have someone else complete it for him. He won't worry about the future until it comes. That's just his way.
And what about you, Ezio?
Ezio. The assassin looks down at his own shadow.
I am an assassin. We work in the dark to serve the light. I don't want to be remembered.
That sounds lonely. Do you mind if I ask something? You've avoided speaking about your family. It sounds like something terrible happened. Are they why you became an assassin?
It is a long story. My father and brothers were killed by the Templars.
The assassin covers his face beneath his
I
head.
was only 17. So much has changed since then. I've changed.
I'm terribly sorry, Ezio. Forgive me. I should never have brought it up.
Apple falls silent for a moment. It almost seems as if his golden skin loses its shine.
It's not your fault.
His eyes trace the flight of an eagle in the distance. Then he turns his face and seems gloomy and distant.
It was 3 in the morning. I placed their bodies on a boat performed their last rites, and then lit their pyre. I watched as it drifted away down the Arno. The pride of the auditores, yet I couldn't even bury them properly. All I could do was keep my enemies' names in mind. Fieri di Pazzi, Francesco di Pazzi, Uberto Alberti. I took their lives, every last one of them.
Damn. Wind blows away from a painful sight.
I don't think I've told anyone that for a long time.
I can't imagine the pain. Not to mention how hard it must have been to overcome it.
He shakes his head with a bitter
I
smile.
didn't. You don't overcome that sort of pain. No. I took it in and made it part of myself. I feel it again, raw and new. Every time I draw my blade, it's always there, guiding me from each target to the next.
But you said that assassins only kill for a just cause. Isn't that just killing for revenge?
Ezio looks out from his hood with a cold stare.
Revenge can be a just cause if it rights injustice. I have to believe that.
Footsteps disturb a nearby town.
Someone's here.
Ezio grabs Apple and moves like a shadow behind a nearby chimney. Not long after, two Templars round the edge of the roof.
The whole Duomo has been blocked for some honored guest. Even Signore Rodrigo can't get us in. I didn't know it sunk this low.
What are we even on the lookout for? Some kind of apple? Is it related to the relics?
What now?
The other Templars reaches for his neck.
Poison arrow.
He fell. He falls onto the ground before finishing the words.
What? Assassin! Assassin over here!
Sins, buddy.
Easier to fight here than a back alley.
Wait for the right moment.
A new hypothesis, a good point.
Into the darkness. Non voltarti indietro.
Taking another look. Calculating distance.
He's still alive with like 2 HP.
Dato dal fratello.
Sterilize. A new hypothesis. A good point.
Wait for the right moment.
Ezio would probably just one-shot this guy.
No other study could show you this.
Ezio.
You see it coming.
Oh, could have just used him.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che
After
ti
doing all that, wanted to give my other character some shine.
That should be the last one. But the Templars will be on high alert. We need to hurry.
Si, signore. It's dusty in here. Are you sure this is the right way, Ezio?
It's the only one that isn't crawling with Templars, so it has to be.
I guess that's a good point.
Look, there's light ahead.
They find a narrow stairway after moving around the corner. A beam of light illuminates the space through the vent. Secret tunnel cathedral interior.
Oh, who would have guessed? A secret tunnel.
Let's go, amico.
It's clear, no one has been here for a long time, yet a sense of danger chokes the air.
The brick patterning. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
dome's bricks are arranged diagonally, layered all the way into the shadows at the top.
We call it the spina di pesce, herringbone, another of Brunelleschi's innovations. I know next to nothing about architecture, but Leonardo would say it helps to carry the weight of the dome.
That makes perfect sense. The diagonal arrangement must prevent them from shifting under the immense weight. A positively genius design. And to realize it, the bricks must have been layered with incredible precision.
Apple size, incautiously.
That would explain why it took so long to complete. 16 years. I'm certain it must have been exciting to witness its completion after so much time. Brunelleschi, Leonardo, Uccello. Your hometown is full of amazing people, Ezio. This apple wishes he had been born here.
Ezio turns, looking over the wall.
There is no city quite like Firenze.
Like a row of steadfast soldiers, the brick extends upwards as the assassin climbs the stairs, like silent observers over the course of history.
What's wrong?
There's something on the wall.
Several humanoid symbols have been hidden in a note.
These appear to be the same symbols from the manuscript.
Then we're on the right path.
Look, another symbol over there.
One pursuer, two pursuer, three. The symbols appear one after another, as if guiding the way.
We must be close. Avanti.
He speeds up his pace. After turning several corners, Ezio spots a beam of bright light. The symbols converge on a single destination. What lies ahead? An answer or more questions? Ezio takes a deep breath and walks into the dazzling light. The blinding light slowly dims, giving way to the gentle warmth of candlelight. When he opens his eyes again, he sees several disclosed frescoes. In the middle of these silent figures, flowers, birds, and a blank space.
So, this is the secret chamber.
We continue? Yes, to be continued. Story. They said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches the heavens."
These murals have nearly faded away.
Nonetheless, it appears we can rule out a biblical scene, nor does it appear to connect with any significant Greco-Roman mythology. Perhaps there's some metaphor hidden in the narrative of these paintings. And if we can figure it out, we will find our way to the secret chamber. The problem is, there are so many murals. Where do we begin?
In most
See?
cases, you view a fresco straight
One at the bottom right.
from top to bottom.
In this order, they seem to be telling a simple story about a group of people and a peculiar bird.
Simple and straightforward. Except for this part.
Zio gazes at the blank area at the center of the fresco. As if by silent agreement, the faded pigment around it all kept their distance. All the questions seemed to center there.
What is the meaning of this?
Something missing.
What is the meaning of this? My face! Why have you made it look so horrible?
Ah, you hate her.
Please don't worry, Signorina. This is only the first stage of my draft. I must draw out the details in rough so that you won't end up looking like an empty shell. They will help to express how you stand, move around, and exhibit feelings.
Really? Then Miss Sotheby will still look pretty, right? Once you've finished with all the glamorous colors and those adorable little angels.
In a sort of way, yes. Except, of course, that it won't be you. It will be the Virgin Mary. But other than that, you'll have everything you hope for, including all the colors and the little angels.
Hooray!
I hadn't actually thought you'd use the time to paint.
Of course. And we must take our work seriously at that. Father Alberto may show up for an inspection at any time.
I see. I notice you've used some guidelines in the background. Are you using linear perspective theory?
The painter's eyes light up with surprise and delight.
Caspita, I hadn't expected you to know about that.
Where we come from, mastering this fundamental concept is essential for every artist.
Cosa? A fundamental? That would make your homeland some kind of painter's paradise. Don't tell me even your snails can paint.
Oh, that would be such a delight, don't you think? I've never painted snails, but I've painted eggs. Mr. Carson once told me it was a part of your training method that...
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Perhaps, Mr. Leonardo, you could tell us more about your use of linear perspective. My understanding of it might differ from yours.
Con piacere.
You see these lines? Objects can be made to look larger or smaller depending on where they are on the line using them. We can create a convincing sense of depth. Wow! Whew. Now try extending them and see what happens. Exactly. These are orthogonals or perspective lines. These lines spring from the vanishing point. There are many other orthogonals on the painting. Try looking for the rest. Otto.
2 vanishing points, huh? I wonder if a painting can have 3, 4, or an infinite number of vanishing points. Wait, I guess they would get all tangled and messed up that way. What was I thinking?
Multiple vanishing points, waning sanctuaries. Eureka! I can't believe I didn't think of it sooner. If the whole thing is connected to Paolo Cello, then of course, linear perspective would be crucial for solving the riddle.
He turns around, excitement gleaming in his eyes as he looks his two bewildered opinions.
Sub cadente fulgore, cadencia sanctuaria coniuguntur.
Could waning sanctuaries be his way of saying vanishing points?
I believe so. Following this logic, then for them to unite must refer to the intersection of the lines extending from the vanishing points, and waning glow naturally must refer to the setting sun.
He raises his brush, pointing towards the window.
In other words, we need to find the intersection of the vanishing points before the sun sets.
But the riddle didn't specify which painting, did it?
It must be a fresco right outside the secret chamber. Rumors say the secret chamber switch is hidden within a mysterious fresco. A fresco often consists of multiple sections. If all of them employ linear perspective,
then there will be a lot of vanishing points to follow.
Sound of bells tolling reverberates through the building, mingling with the rising smoke for a nearby
by
center.
the bells, it must be 5 already. We must hurry and inform Ezio of our discovery. We
Your
won't be able to
discovery?
solve the riddle once night falls. Time is of the essence.
Aha! Then it's time we take action. Mr. Leonardo, please stay here and keep Father Alberto busy while Vertin and I inform Mr. Apple about...
The fog from the center thickens.
Where have these clouds come from? I feel like... I could use some shut-eye right now.
No, this isn't time to sleep. We must find... Wait. What are we trying to find?
Bed.
It's sleeping gas. Cover your nose.
I think it's too late.
Hurry.
The two lean on each other, but soon collapse to the floor together.
Sotheby! Leonardo!
Timekeeper.
Not good. This fog is getting thicker by the second.
She scrambles to get away, but soon she falls to the floor with the others. After an unknown amount of time, soft footsteps echo in the darkness.
Leonardo? What's going on here? Have you fallen asleep?
Their silence is a silent
Keep on
affirmation.
sleeping, poor lambs. And may you have sweet dreams. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
Traitor! I'm a traitor! 8. Where to go? Birds never talk much. They only sing of spring, of tears about to fall in a poetry. Or are they asleep? I guess they fell asleep on the roof or something.
Who? Where? Oh, sorry. I hadn't meant to drift asleep. It's just that so much has happened over the past few days.
The assassin's attention is fixed intently on the fresco.
Perhaps the bird in the fresco represents Uccello himself. Uccello means bird, after all.
So then in these paintings, Uccello is a wondrous bird that has many followers.
A metaphor.
It seems like we're nearly there, but something's still missing. Perhaps I can take a closer look.
Apples slowly float upwards to the blank area. As if in perfect synchronization, a beam of light passes through and stained, illuminated apples blank something on the page. Some new colors only to fade like an ebbing tide.
You saw that too, right?
Ezio nods.
There were colors. Fleeting, yes. But no trace of color is ever fully erased. Let's see.
Ezio wipes the blank section off the wall, then sniffs his hand.
There's a faint metallic smell.
Metallic smell? But this apple doesn't see anything on the wall that could create such a smell.
Trust me. In my line of work, I've become very familiar with this scent.
There's an unwavering confidence in his tone.
I do hope you aren't implying that those awful rumors that Mr. Leonardo told me yesterday are true.
Then they cut their wrists so shed blood. Oh, crap. It's getting that deep, huh?
No. I refuse to follow this train of thought. It must be something else. Something less gory. Give me a minute. Metal oxidation, frescoes, and pigment.
A series of keywords emerge and intertwine in his mind until a final piece of the puzzle falls into place.
Oh, I've got it! Many artists in this era use pigments derived from minerals such as ochre, lapis lazuli, and chromium compounds. When exposed to moisture, they undergo oxidation, which may be the source of this metallic scent.
Apple stares at the blank space in front of him.
Yes, it all makes sense now. I've cracked the code to this perplexing riddle, and the answer shines brighter than ever before.
A deliberate pause as if waiting for thunderous applause from his audience.
Per favore.
The assassin stifles a laugh and makes a polite bow to suggest he continue.
I can only conclude that the artist used a special pigment that's only visible under specific lighting.
Only visible under specific lighting? How? That sounds like sorcery.
This isn't sorcery, amico. It's science. Back in this apple's timeline, homeland, pigments like this are not particularly rare. But why does this phenomenon seem to be receptive to my body? Oh, I see!
Apple's golden glow grows even brighter, like a small rising sun.
So this apple is no different than a kind of optical filter.
An optical filter.
As you might know, sunlight consists of various wavelengths of electromagnetic radiation.
Waves of sunlight? I don't get it.
He's from a different time, Apple.
Never mind that. Let's assume this pigment is only visible under specific colors of light, say, red light or orange light. At dusk, when the sun is near the horizon, its rays travel through the atmosphere at a steeper angle, which diffuses the blue and ultraviolet light, causing the sunlight to appear more orange and red. A sunset, in other words. Building on this, if we use an optical filter to block out even more blue and ultraviolet wavelengths...
You may as well get to the point, Signore Apple, because you've lost me.
Apple tours excitedly in midair.
With the right amount of red and orange light, the pigment on the walls should become visible.
But for how long? The light from before faded in an instant.
Well, that's true. Highly limited in duration, and in size too. Nothing like the breathtaking display Leonardo demonstrated in the monastery. It may require a particular angle to achieve the desired effect. However, figuring that out will take some complex mathematical calculations.
They both pause to examine the painting. The white space remains undisturbed, impervious to its
So, this
observers.
is Uccello's final puzzle, huh? All this has really piqued my curiosity, Ezio. What kind of a man was this Paolo Uccello?
He's the best man.
Mi dispiace.
I'm sorry.
I can't even recall his face. Though I'm not surprised by his use of riddles. If he is anything like the other artists I know. They all like hiding puzzles in their work. It's a means of protecting them from imposters. I do know he has a passion for drawing birds. That's part of the reason they call him Uccello.
You can tell from the meticulous detailing he painted them with.
Other than that, though, he was quite ordinary.
Not as lively as Leonardo, nor the eccentric something.
Is that so? Yet this ordinary man had a mind as vast as the universe itself. Not only was he a legendary painter, but he was also a pioneer in perspective and lighting. The perplexing puzzles he left in his works have proved an enduring challenge for scholars to decipher. Not to mention, he seems to be one of these Complinus cultists.
Ezio doesn't seem to give the accusation much weight. Reaching out his hand, he gently brushes the chipped wall.
He was also a Florentine. And it's no wonder that a Florentine can work wonders.
The fog in the center nave has cleared. She awakens feeling like her body is filled with lead.
Sotheby? Leonardo?
Sotheby gone? They kidnapped Sotheby? Oh, nope.
Don't eat me, please.
Sotheby's still there.
That must have been the source of the sleeping gas. Thank you, Miss Sotheby. That potion you gave me seems to have mitigated the effects of the gas.
I'm not tasty. Really?
Sleeping young lady
It seems
appears
they
to
aren't
be
going
good
to be
by
waking up
nightmares.
anytime soon. There you go.
Closing off, duo drag behind the altar behind them beneath the
You should be
holy
safe here
protection.
for the time being.
Angels' trumpets are poisonous. Keep clear from them.
I'm sorry. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Same.
Bene. Our reinforcements are in position. I understand that the Padre already took care of the rats in the central nave. You, go fetch them and lock them up.
Si, comandante!
The rest of you will follow me to eliminate our troublesome assassin. Seize the golden apple and claim those relics.
What
Now
do we
pull
do?
yourselves together. We can't let this assassin get the drop on us. So
So if I catch any of you slacking off, you're going to wish I'd kicked you off the ledge here. Capito?
Sì, comandante.
May the Father of Understanding guide... Huh? Who's there?
He broke some
Show
chimney.
yourself.
Good afternoon, sir.
You. Aren't you that visitor from last night?
A breeze sweeps through, carrying up the tension in the air.
Don't tell me. You snuck your way up here for some sightseeing, signorina. Prendetela!
But to kick some butt.
Easier to fight here than a back alley.
Need that guy to attack.
Wait for the right moment.
That way I can use my counter.
Sharp blade.
A new hypothesis.
Addio, straniero. Liberato dal fratello. My turn.
The benefits of field mapping.
Cazzo. That was your last chance.
As long as I've got you at my side, I've got nothing to worry about. Woviti! Flanker from the other side! She must be with the assassins! Don't let her get away!
Obviously, these tiles weren't made for running. Her foundation training didn't include any programs on rooftop evasion. Maybe they
I
should.
need to find Ezio and Mr. Apple, but
The enormous dome looms ahead. The dark ventilation, something. Far from a welcoming sight.
how should I get inside?
It appears you're lost, signorina. Thieves, courtesans, and foreigners. I've always wondered why the assassins only attract the likes of you as allies.
It's not hard to side with the assassins when the only other option is you.
Huh. You're just a band of faithless lowlifes, nothing more.
Honestly, W Burton. She inches backward but finds there's no more roof left to meet.
Do
She
you
has to
cherish
jump.
your life, signorina? Or will you leap down like one of those suicidal assassins?
Do it. Jump. Laughter erupts from the advancing thugs. Heart beats faster and faster, as if it might burst up from her throat at any moment. Ezio, he's coming to save. A throwing knife pierces through the commander's eye.
My eye!
Dead on. Flashes of flying blades flicker in the chaos. The Templars fall from the rooftop one by one. Just around the corner, a grayish figure stands silently like a phantom in the sunlight. It is Ezio.
Follow the wall on your right until you see a mechanical bird. I placed it there to mark a hidden window. Your friend's waiting for you there.
What about you?
The assassin takes a step forward, directing his gaze towards another wave of Templars. Their armor glint coldly in the waning sunlight.
I have other work to do.
Okay. That we're about to cook. Part 9. Damn. Almost on part 12.
Oh, I'm so relieved to see you safe and sound, Vertin. We heard the sounds of fighting from below, and Ezio decided to check if any of you were in trouble.
Sorry for worrying you. But Ezio...
The sounds of fighting has ceased for a while. The dead silence feels ominous.
I'm certain Mr. Ezio can handle it. He knows what he's doing.
The Templars came prepared today. I'll go handle them. You stay here.
Are you certain? What if it's a trap? I have a bad feeling about this. Maybe we should go to get...
You don't need to worry. I've dealt with the Templars for many years.
Assassin flexes her wrist, the cold sheen on the hidden blades flashing in the shadows. He's always ready.
This is just yet another battle the Templars will lose. Besides, you are my friends. I won't let them put you in danger.
The assassin descends the stone steps in bounding leaps. I wonder if it's the same voice actor from the games.
I promise you. We'll meet again, amico.
He's a selfless man.
And exceptionally perceptive. These Templars are indeed well prepared today. I came out of the central nave because Sotheby and Leonardo were knocked unconscious by some kind of sleeping gas.
What?
The priest named Alberto was likely behind it. I've hidden the two of them behind the altar, but there's no telling how long they'll be safe there.
This is bad. We still haven't figured out the trick to opening the secret chamber. Let's hurry, and we can exchange information on the way.
Step by step, the two climb up the long and narrow stone stairs.
Optical filters. Uccello. Bird.
Yes, that's all we've managed to uncover so far. What about your side? Any new clues?
He instinctively glances over the dim stairway below them.
Nothing substantial. But combining what you mentioned about the fresco and what the father said.
Yes, there's another fresco in the dome, but it was suspended midway by the sponsor, the Arte della Lana. More than a dozen artisans and artists, including Signore Uccello, the chief painter, participated in this project. But none of them received a single florin for their work. Che Dio li benedica.
If I might speculate, I think that the fresco isn't a puzzle or the key to any mystery, but rather a reflection of the experience of the artists themselves as they were painting the cathedral.
The artist's real experience? But how would you explain this surreal-looking stone?
What if it's not a stone in the first place? Perhaps it's that optical filter you proposed.
You mean that Uccello had an optical filter too? Oh, that's smart. Even in this era, an optical filter wouldn't be impossible to make. All you need is something that reflects the light properly. For example, a small piece of stained glass. Anyway, we just need to get to the secret chamber to confirm it for ourselves. We're almost there. Huh? When did he...
A priest stands in the supposedly empty room, hands behind his back. He looks as if he had been there the whole time.
You seem surprised
Oh,
to see
Tim.
me here, Signore Golden Apple and Signorina Apprentice?
It's the traitor.
So you were working with them. Just as I suspected.
You hid your discovery about linear perspective from your friend to avoid being spied on, didn't you? That was wise.
Heavy footsteps come from behind the two outsiders. A group of Templars emerge from the shadows, pouring out like cobweb in the
But
dim
it
light.
seems we weren't clever enough to see through your lies about emptying the cathedral.
I never lied. What a baffling accusation. All I have done is call in my dear friends who had been exposed to the scorching sun while you were sleeping on the job.
I don't understand. You seem like a respectable man of the cloth. Why would you betray your faith to serve the Templars?
Priest's face darkens.
Betray? I've been a Templar all along. There was no one to betray.
But isn't Leonardo your friend?
Even the closest of friends may keep a secret or two from one another, don't they? It's not so different from his secret connections with the assassins.
This truly is an era of distrust.
And speaking of our friend Leonardo and that, model girl, I admit you hid them quite well. It took our men some time to find them.
Ignoring the anxious look from the young woman, the priest casually places in front a fresco admiring
So
it.
beautiful. I've always liked the way the lime layers peel away, like buried sins exposed to the light. Layer after layer stripped away. It's a kind of purification.
He turns around and reverently makes the sign
Now,
on his
open the chamber if you
chest,
still
a
care about
cross,
the safety of your
something like that.
friends.
Let me warn
Oh,
you.
the reading goes by so
Ezio
fast.
Auditore is on his way here. He will stop at nothing to destroy you, Templars.
The declaration seems to have no effect on the priest.
Ezio, you say? Oh, I'm afraid I must be the one to tell you he's not coming back.
What? What do you mean by that?
Alberto steps to the windows, looking down at the red-tiled rooftops below.
You will find we are also quite experienced in dealing with assassins. He will find his eternal rest here in Firenze this day.
I think he will. Stay your blade from the flesh of an innocent. Hide in plain sight. Be one with the crowd. Part 10. Blood. Some say Florence is a land baptized in glory and blood. So much blood has been spilled here by the Romans and the saints, the Collabs and the Galileans, and those who fought for freedom. That looks cool.
Give it up, assassin. The old city is looking for you. You won't get away this time. Our orders are clear. Secure the relics and the golden apple. And one equally important command from the Pope himself. Kill the assassin Ezio Auditore.
We will help you open the secret chamber.
Vertin, we can't just... Wait. When did you figure out how to open the secret chamber?
Alberto offers a satisfied clap.
Bene, bene. It's time you shared your little secret.
Vertin.
Everything will be all right. Now, let's pay attention to the fresco.
Calm tone and a mask worn over the swirling pool of anxiety.
Of course. It's how we got this far. Subcadenti fulgore, cadentia sanctuaria coniunguntur.
Leonardo proposed that these waning sanctuaries must refer to vanishing points, and by unite, he means the place these vanishing points connect.
So we need to find where they are connected. What does the other half of the sentence mean then? Under the waning glow.
Could it be that the optical filter, I suppose that's me, must be placed at their intersection at dusk?
I believe so.
Well done, my obedient lambs. You've cracked the puzzle quite nicely. Now what follows is just some tedious work from my side.
I ain't reading all that.
This apple feels light and dizzy. Are we in heaven now?
It's that sleeping gas again. Hold your breath.
Or sleeping glass. Gas, eh?
Hold my... Huh?
It's an apple. Time seems to have stopped moving. The air is filled with the heavy doses of scope. Okay, blah. The auto colors twist lines and disregard all physics laws effortlessly.
As above, so below. As below, so above.
Stolto, do you think I'd give you the chance to buy time for your friends?
Yes. The priest figures the... Oh, the priest figures tilt. Only his lips remain in something.
Bring order to this chaotic world. By straying from order, you invite your own doom. You're bound to fail.
Does he not know that we're the main character? And this will end badly for him?
Huh?
Is it Ezio? I hear the bird. The sharp, clear cry of an eagle snaps the timekeeper back to awareness. The priest paces over a stained glass window. At first he looked anxious, but then he appears to relax.
My memory is as poor as ever. It's nearly dusk, and our assassin is most assuredly dead.
Dust covered stained glass and blood spray intertwined into a breathtaking... Oh, that went by so freaking fast.
Ezio. How?
A faint metallic scent lingers in the air. Blood and dust stainless. Staining the assassin's, whatever. He arrives just in time.
Claim to bring order, but all you do is seek control. Fortunately, neither the world nor its people will bow so easily.
God dang. What I'm gonna do after this, I'm gonna watch some freaking the Assassin's Creed the story video. Holy crap. What the hell is this?
Let's kill time together.
Don't fall for his tricks, Ezio.
This world has fallen to sin. Only the Templars have the strength to put it in order. We are the instruments of this world's salvation.
Yeah, this is him, but he just looks weird because... Hold on. I was about to say, this guy has a tank? It is not that time.
Wait for the right into the dark.
And you had a good point.
Just do all that.
Addio, straniero. We were liberato dalla paura.
Calculating distance. No other study could show you this.
Okay.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
But let's do
Where
this.
A new
This.
hypothesis.
Oh, even better. We can.
Wait for the right moment.
No.
A good point. A new hypothesis.
And I guess we put up our counter.
Behold. The benefits of field mapping.
I'm an artist with steel.
Oh, he put up a shield.
Time to heat up the forge.
A good point. A new hypothesis.
Into the darkness.
What'd you think about this?
Confirm the coordinates. No other study could show you this.
You see it coming.
A sharp blade.
Sterilize. An academic question.
Oh, whoa, what is all that? Yep, get all that. Let me
Wear gloves. Sterilize.
heal that I don't need. We do that.
Wear gloves.
Wait for the right moment.
Time to heat up.
An academic question.
Yes, we do everything.
Get out of here.
It will be over before you feel it.
My turn.
Limited scale, infinite lines.
This should hopefully do a lot of damage.
Calculating distance.
Okay, nothing too crazy.
I'm ready. Wear gloves. A perfect
Some of that.
demonstration.
Or he might die to puppies. He's dead to puppies. What the heck? Is another life.
Benefits of field mapping.
We have gone so far astray from the light.
Don't let your guard down. He likely still has something up his sleeve.
They are led to destruction by their delusions, brought to catastrophe by their ignorance. They must perish.
You're on
He
a
is
ride
too
with a
old
quarter
on you.
bucket.
An academic question.
Melt it down, forge it up.
Limited scale, infinite lines.
I didn't see any damage.
Confirm the coordinates.
Ooh. Ooh. Holy crap.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che cercavi. Requiescat in pace.
Now that did damage. The few defeat the many in this battle. The priest lies on the ground, his pale, aging face distorted by a rippling pool of blood.
Ezio, sei un cane bastardo e fastidioso.
Un assassino non perde mai di vista il suo bersaglio.
How did you survive?
You're outnumbered, assassin. There's no way you can survive this. It's better that you kneel and accept your fate. No one can withstand the order.
The door and windows on the street have all been tightly shut. The bustle on the street has disappeared. Even the wind falls silent, anticipating the worst.
Outnumbered. Where did you get that idea?
Some friends? Shadows emerge from behind him, flanking him on the other side. Other assassins, W? Leaping down from the rooftops, sneaking in from the alleys, the phantoms swiftly gather behind Ezio. The wordless determination in their eyes speaks for them. We work in the dark to serve the light. Okay? We are assassins.
All those lowlifes you so readily dismissed. When I needed them, they came to our aid.
Impossible.
One knee on the ground, the assassins stare at the priest, trembling eyes, writhing in pain.
By every soldier and summon every knight and every Templar in this city. It will never be enough.
The assassin's hidden blade is driven through their priest's heart. Oh. Bye-bye.
It can't end like this.
I think it just did. But as it seems like the priest should breathe his last breath, he begins to laugh.
Assassins. You're merely puppets on a string, driven by delusion. Each life you take brings you one step closer to the darkness.
Così sia.
Entering the darkness is not a curse for us. It is our most solemn duty. An assassin does not fear the darkness any more than an eagle would fear the sky.
La fede dovrebbe dare conforto, non pena.
He closes the fallen priest's eyes.
Requiescat
Under
in pace.
protest. GG's, we're just better. I'm on 11 now.
Oh, thank heavens! No more befuddling riddles and clouds of sleeping gas. I've never loved this world as much as I do now. You were quite clever to cooperate with Alberto to stall for time. But how did you know that Ezio was coming to save us?
I didn't know. But I knew that irritating Alberto would risk the safety of Sotheby and Leonardo. Moreover, I think I may have actually figured out what the relics truly are.
A small brownish shadow flashes past the window.
That sound is familiar, isn't it?
I'll take a look.
Another clumsy little bird carrying its creator's encrypted message.
Sicuro. He means he's safe. Looks like my friends from the Thieves Guild have already rescued Leonardo and Signorina Sotheby.
You seem to have a lot of friends. I always thought that assassins worked alone.
Smiling, the assassin shakes his head.
Quite the opposite. True assassins are more than just killers. We are the manifestation of a belief. A belief in freedom and the ability to fight for it. We do not hold to any authority but our own. We are free to follow our own path. And many share that belief. That's why we are never alone.
just like the artist that painted these. I imagine they must see each other as fellow believers in art.
For a moment, everyone takes a moment to appreciate the molded frescoes surrounding them.
So, the outline of their story should be clear now.
One by one, the pages have all been scattered to an unknown corner of history, fall neatly together. They should have been carried away with the winds of time like fallen leaves. But if the pages were ever meant to be rediscovered someday, then yes, now is that moment.
About 20 years ago, a group of painters led by Uccello started working on the fresco here. Even today, you can still sense the enthusiasm in their work.
The essence of linear perspective lies not only in reproducing reality, but in the narrative quality of space itself.
You have only scratched the surface. If you truly want to grasp the essence of the concept, I suggest you review Plato's theory of forms. Rather than simply copying nature, as artists, we should strive to reveal their true ideals through our work.
I'm so jealous of them. They are so talented and knowledgeable. Unlike me, I feel dizzy just seeing those guidelines.
Bah! Let me show you some tricks. Better than mere linear perspective.
Here, Uccello lifted a stained glass to showcase his wondrous optical phenomenon.
I was confused on why the bird was stalking.
Not again, Uccello! You can't keep altering our work with that strange pigment of yours! What a mess. And it goes against our patron's instructions. What if they find out about it?
Look closely.
The modified colors and lines do give the work a little more life. Fine, I admit it. You know what you're doing.
He's right. I say we keep it. It's not like our patrons are ever smart enough to figure these things out anyway.
It never occurred to me painting could be so liberating. Thank you for enlightening me.
Huh? Of course. To paint is to find freedom. That is what it always has been.
It was a time of joy and of meaningful creation. But it didn't last long.
I'm sorry. We must suspend funding for now. There is simply no money to pay you.
All at once, the painters and artisans were kicked out of the cathedral. Stripped of their right to finish their final painting, leaving no room for negotiation.
No payments and no written records were left behind.
But life had to go on. These painters and artisans scattered each one, doing what they could to earn their bread. But always returning to the unfinished fresco that tugged at their heartstrings.
That night, I returned to the dome, but I never expected to find Uccello there as well. Then others came, one by one. Turns out, I wasn't the only one reluctant to leave our work behind.
Again, Uccello lifted the stained glass and... Their story has come to a pause here. Now let's finish it.
He lifts Apple gently into the light. It reflects off his golden radiance as the assassin walks towards the unfinished fresco. Tell me what you need. See the lines plain as day. Ezio, could you mark the orthogonals of the crest? Keep extending them back until they converge once more as the vanishing point where everything disappears. So now we have 4 vanishing points. Oh, I skipped something. Ah, the sole point of convergence. That's our next move. Miss Burton did say something about placing this apple as the vanishing point, didn't she? That is correct. Auto. The vanishing points hidden beneath layers of lime, plaster, and pigments finally emerge in waning sunlight. The only thing left to do is lift the apple up and wait for the perfect ray of light. It's perfect. The light, here it comes. Outside, the bells ring, startled a flock of rock doves. As twilight streams down over the fresco, one drab surface begins to change color.
Let's leave something behind for our own sake. Birds with grayish feathers, bells that ring at dusk, or the Arno River running free. Let's do it with all that we have left. Our brushes and pigments.
So that is what all of this is.
It's the group of artists who cast aside all constraints to finish a masterpiece. No linear perspective to intricate designs, yet a masterpiece nonetheless. They left behind a magnificent spring of Florence. Fluorescence. Florence? Fluorescence? I don't know what that said. A moment of peace. Oh, let us hear it. Let's hear the peace. Let us gather towards the peace.
What happened after that? The treasure hunters must have opened the secret chamber and found the Compliner's relics, right?
Well, there was no treasure inside. Just a few letters and a painter's address.
That's it? What about all those symbols? Don't tell me you made it all up.
Easy, allow me to continue. Long after the poor painters and artisans scattered to the wind, each of them received a special pigment from Ugello. They used it on other projects they worked on, leaving their signatures, these symbols behind to mark their work. And so concludes our Firenze fresco mystery. To celebrate this touching story, I've hired a team of talented artists to reproduce their paintings in a new book. And I gave it a wonderful title. La Primavera di Firenze.
Okay. Damn. That stuff.
Che delusione.
È un titolo terribile.
I've got something even better here. A map straight from the Spanish court with a direct route to India. Think of the opportunities that await you.
Hidden relics, missing artifacts, no matter the reason, you'll hear all kinds of legends in Florence just minutes after you arrive. Perhaps everyone who has ever lived here is destined to become a legend themselves. In the middle of the bustle, the Tuscan sun has quietly begun to sink below the horizon.
I have a serious question. What is there in India that is worth all this fuss? If Marco Polo is to be believed, not even there can one escape the troublesome rumors of merchants and courtiers.
Unfortunately, Humanity's thirst for gossip knows neither geographical nor temporal boundaries. But this apple still finds it so strange that all the rumors about these complaners turned out to be false, from top to bottom. Seems like, no matter the era, lies always travel faster than the truth.
Well, I wouldn't say that. In fact, the rumors didn't really hold much weight until you arrived.
Huh?
The assassin gazes at distant crimson
The
clouds.
Complaners' relics weren't the most important thing we were searching for. In fact, we were looking for an apple. One very much like you. So when you turned up, looking like the very apple we had lost, it was only natural for us, and the Templars, to keep an eye on you. Of course, it turns out you weren't the apple we were looking for.
And you're only telling me this now? I thought we were friends.
It's only because I consider you friends that I had to keep this from you. That apple brings bloodshed and war wherever it appears.
Well, then it does sound like quite the troublesome thing.
The assassin smiles.
You caused quite a stir in Firenze yourself. No need to be modest.
Esatto. You are an amazing apple in your own right. My only regret is that I never got the chance to dissect you and study your inner workings.
I hope you don't mind, but I think you may have to keep that regret forever. Ah! Miss Sotheby, why did you sneak up on me like that?
I did not. I just wanted to tell you that Verton and I met an old gentleman down there who was kind enough to give us directions. Well, he said if we keep heading northwest along the Arno River, and then, anyway, we'd end up in Prato Vecchio eventually.
I do believe you may have skipped some, if not all, of the necessary information.
Ezio knows the way. All we need to do now is deliver the letter to Signore Uccello. I suppose we must say goodbye to our dear Firenze for now.
Oh, that red is so vibrant, like an endless field of poppies.
It carries the brilliance and hope of the Renaissance. The red flow across the sky in a rolling stream, passing through the window flower boxes, handing out fluorescent streets until it pours into the winning of some river.
It is positively gorgeous. I see why you insisted we all come up here together.
A place of beauty like this is a fitting place for farewells.
Before saying goodbye, the soft whispers between friends fade into the coming night breezes, melting with the golden glow of the setting sun.
I had a discussion with some of my fellow painters. We discovered that Prato Vecchio is rich in a special mineral. One need only grind and heat it properly. Then presto! You have yourself some invisible pigment.
So that's the source of the pigment used in the fresco.
Uccello was born in Prato Vecchio. It's safe to assume he brought some from his hometown to Florence.
Just a hint of this powder, and you are able to create a vast array of remarkable colors. Among them, the most famous is a color some call Firenze Red.
Firenze Red.
A red that isn't too glaring or gaudy. You see it on the rooftops of the house, the reflections on the rivers at dusk, and even on the signs of the streets, shops. It's no wonder many praise Florence in its magnificent red.
It's a good name.
One week later, portside. The bumpy journey has finally come to an end.
Finally. That darling little house up ahead. Must be Mr.
A small farmhouse stands beneath the thick shade of olive trees ahead, and the stone walls glowing white in the sunlight. The young lady takes a few excited strides ahead, then pauses.
I just realized something. When he learns from us that his friend Bianca has been dead for years, he might be very sad.
Signore Uccello, if he's even still alive, will be an old man by now. A man of his age grows familiar with death and farewells.
The assassin gently pats Sotheby.
Let's go.
He steps forward, pushing open the vine-covered gate. Garden.
Oh, who are you?
Oh,
where did you pop up
you.
from?
The small courtyard is vibrant with light, and a woman with paint stains covering her dress stands alone in the sunlight.
Apologies for the intrusion, Signora. My name is Ezio Auditore from Firenze. We're here looking for Paolo Uccello. We have a letter here addressed to him from one of his friends.
Friends? I'm not sure my father would agree he had any friends.
Is that so? Well, the letter is signed Bianca.
Bianca? You should have said so earlier. Please, put the letter down. It's meant for me.
The letter mentions a particular piece of stained glass and details of the fresco in the Florence Cathedral. We assumed it must have been meant for Mr. Uccello.
The woman looks wistfully in the direction they came, then laughs as if recalling a joyful memory.
It appears I've deceived you as well. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Antonia Uccello. And perhaps the Uccello you friendly strangers are looking for.
Okay. Antonia's house.
I see. So Bianca has passed away too.
Her paint-covered hands grip the yellow papers tightly.
That fresco was the last work we did together. Father passed away soon after, leaving behind my sick mother and a pile of debts. I used to follow Father wherever he went, whatever job he took. Sculpture, masonry, painting, frescoes, everything. I learned all I could from him, and after he died, hoped to accept commissions independently. But as a woman, it was almost impossible. But once I left Firenze and began using Father's name to make a living, some of his old patrons were kind enough to keep sending work my way, provided I concealed my true identity.
Oh, so you're the imposter!
Dario gives the imp.
I admit I tried to imitate Father's style in my earlier
Can read that word.
but I'm much more than just an imposter now.
No. A painter's mind should be a mirror, capturing and reflecting the truth and beauty of nature. To simply copy the works of another? No, Signora. It seems you still have much to learn.
Huh. Is that what you think? Well, I've heard it all before. Mine's as a mirror. Ridiculous. Let me tell you. A painter's mind should be like a sheet of transparent glass. It refracts and transforms the external world, then reconstructs its image inside the painter's brain, rather than simply copying the natural world around us.
Oh, that is an intriguing theory. Odd, perhaps, but not without merit.
You just wait here. I'll show you with one of my recent works.
She springs up and begins rummaging through a nearby stack of
She
sheets.
seems so full of life.
She reminds me of my sister. Women like her have seen much pain, but they never let it defeat them.
If only her understanding of painting were a bit more profound, I believe we might become good friends.
Sun rays pour through the patterned window, and the light spot stands merely on the old wooden floor. The spot on the stove gurgles as the flesh scent of herbs filled the air. War, plague, poverty, and the lost loved ones. Memories, generations now linger, walls beneath the leaves on the tree. Antonia has lived in this quiet refuge for a long time.
Un attimi, may I ask, what was your name again?
Antonia has returned, holding a yellow sketch in her hands. She looks closely at Ezio, studying his face.
You said you are an auditore, see?
Yes. You know about my family.
I thought so. You look so familiar. I'm sure you know your mother, Maria Auditore, funded my father for a time. Father conducted a lot of his research on perspective in lighting. He passed that knowledge on to me.
I see. And you applied that knowledge to your frescoes, huh?
The artist winks playfully.
What goes around comes around, right?
Architects, sponsors, painters, artisans, assassins, outsiders. Our identities may differ, but our actions are all deeply interconnected. This apple has never felt so moved by the warmth and power of community.
I heard a lot about your family from Father. He was always very grateful to you.
Mi dispiace. If Mother hadn't cut your funding, perhaps you wouldn't have had to.
Antonia shakes her head calmly.
Your family helped us more than we could have ever asked for. Your mother once commissioned my father to paint a family portrait. Do you remember?
Family portrait? No, I had no idea.
It was many years ago, and the painting was never finished because of what happened to your family.
She moves slowly, then purposely towards Ezio, and hands him the sketch.
This is the only draft left, but I believe it should be returned to you. Consider it a token of thanks for delivering this letter all the way from Firenze.
Grazie.
Ezio takes the sketch, gently unfolding it in his hands.
This is...
The yellowish sketch paper, roughly drawn portrait captures all the members of the Auditore family.
Madre, Federico, Claudia, Petruccio.
This draft captures the younger version of you perfectly. I can vouch for that.
The young Ezio in the painting stands off to the side of the casual stance. Without a care in the world, the 17-year-old boy with an errant heart eager to explore and venture without restraints. The rest of the family didn't seem to mind him. They stood against the clear Tuscan sky, their faces glowing with dignified poise.
What a lovely family portrait. Even the weather looks lovely. The painter did a great job capturing a wonderful moment.
Almost imperceptibly, Ezio's hands trembled, overwhelmed by a flood of long-held-back emotions.
My life.
That's sweet. From somewhere, or perhaps nowhere, he hears familiar laughter in the distance. As light as breeze sweeping across the rooftops, traveling over the river of time, and finally slipping out of the yellow sketch.
May it never change.
And may it never change us.
The brothers talked about something else afterwards. Was it about Grandpa or the bank? Or was it about something that went by fast? Memories scatter, eventually melting after the sunlight. Something. He remembers how they used to laugh and cry like innocent children waiting to explore the world. A moment of peace for the auditor. The end. The end! Oh, there's more. Bonus stage. The war goes on and on. You're not allowed to turn back. Oh, it's just a fight.
Straight to the point. I like that. Wait for the into the darkness. Sharp blade.
A new hypothesis.
Liberato dal fratello. Addio, straniero.
I'm an artist of steel.
The benefits of field mapping.
Dang.
Sterilize. A good point.
Oh, that was a lot of damage.
Confirm the coordinates.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che cerca.
Really? So these are just bonus stages.
Easier to fight here than a back alley.
A good point. A new hypothesis.
Wait for the right moment. Into the darkness.
Taking another look. Behold.
You'll see it coming. Liberato dal fratello.
Ah, poison.
Sterilize. A good point. Wear gloves.
Time to heat up the forge.
That?
Get out of here. Confirm the coordinates. Oh, hi.
Why don't I introduce you to the lady in my life?
So finish him.
The sharp blade.
Wait for the right moment.
Time to heat up the forge.
I don't think that'll finish him.
Benefits of field mapping.
Hate Street style.
Our counters will.
Liberato dalla paura.
My forge, my rules.
I wonder if there's a counter team.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che cerca.
So the rest is just the fighting. And I'll finish like the medium and hard mode off stream, of course.
I like that.
Sterilize.
Wait for the right moment. Into the dark.
A good point.
You'll see it coming. Liberato dalla paura.
Confirm the coordinates. Wear gloves.
Sharp blade.
A new hypothesis. Freaking dumbass.
Oh, Stu.
What you think about this?
That didn't do any damage.
A good point.
Time to heat up the wait for the right moment. Into the darkness.
The benefits of field mapping.
My forge, my rules. It will be over before you feel it. Adios, Straniero.
Toes.
We got one-shotted.
Abbraccia la morte.
I forgot his ult is different.
We worked on this collaboration together. I'll write you into my paper.
Assassin's Creed collaboration? Is that what she's talking about?
Easier to fight here than a back alley.
Sterilize.
Wait for the right moment. Into the
A
dark.
new hypothesis.
Get out of here.
We give him up a bit.
You see it coming. Liberato dalla paura.
Behold. A good point. No other study could show you this. Leon!
Oh my Jesus, that damage. And he put on a shield just now.
Time to heat up the forge.
On
Wait for the right moment.
Word was. A new hypothesis. A good point.
My forge, my rules. Non voltarti indietro.
I'm losing my patience.
Confirm the coordinates. The benefits of field mapping.
you no damage, that's fine. I didn't use this thing.
Trust me,
That-
this is gonna be fun.
Sterilize. A new hypothesis.
Another counter.
Why don't I introduce you to the lady in my life?
I'm losing my patience.
Calculating distance.
It will be over before you feel it.
Toes.
You're on a rep.
An academic question.
Try that.
Melt it down, forge it up.
Go. 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 Puppies.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Confirm the coordinates.
I didn't do much.
Time to heat up the forge.
Sterilize.
Wait for the right moment.
A new hypothesis.
I'm an artist with steel.
Get out of here.
Adios, Straniero.
Taking another look.
Do this again.
Into the darkness. Wait for the right moment.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
A sharp blade.
Oh, hi.
The benefits of field mapping.
Non voltarti indietro.
Behold. Calculating distance.
What you think about this?
Abbraccia la morte.
I think he's dead with this. Get by. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Time to heat up the
On the
forge.
counter. See him attacking, so we're gonna save that counter.
You're on a ride.
An academic question.
Wear gloves.
A sharp blade.
Just
My
that.
turn. Melt it down, forge it up.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Behold.
Hate street style.
A good point. A new hypothesis. Calculating distance.
Oh, only two? I didn't notice I only had
Taking
two.
another look.
That was a lot of damage. Again, a lot of damage.
An academic question.
Into the darkness.
Time to heat up the forge.
I'm ready.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Behold.
That was a lot of damage too.
Steel.
Go, 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 puppies.
Wear gloves.
Wait for the right moment.
A good point.
Oh, hi.
You'll see it coming.
Damn, that was a lot of damage.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che cercavo.
That's it. Now I get to buy his little equipment thingy. Buy one. Buy that. I guess two of these. Sure, we need some more of this stuff. I remember seeing that we needed more of those silver bullets. Do this stuff off stream. Unlocked all this stuff. Do all that off stream. This thing too. What is that? Okay. Yes, now we summon since we finished the story. That story is actually pretty short. Give us another copy. So weird to do this on PC. I don't think we have another copy. Yeah, these are 35-star characters. Do I have enough? Nope, I do not. I don't know how far I am. I'm pretty close to this. Oh, there we go. Hopefully this is enough. I'm gonna save the rest of my things. Nope, not enough. I need, I think, 70 more. 70 more, you say? I don't get any from the hard mode. That. Where do I get 70 more from? I can get 60 from there. And 100 from there. Defeat any boss. Level up a character. Do that. We could start some of this story.
Yes, you, my hurried child. You rush through the street like a cyclone. Where are you going? A show. A show. So you came to Vienna for the love of stories, that's for sure.
What is she yapping about?
Then this is just the right place for you. A place where the floors are decorated with gold, where music sings along with the stories. Even a newcomer could be entranced here. Oh, listen to me. You must not be a newcomer, but a true connoisseur. Well, before you leave, may I ask a simple question?
Yes.
Which act in a show do you prefer?
Be honest, Act 3.
Oh, the rising action. The most thrilling part. Like biting into the filling of an apple strudel. You're
A
about
what?
to have the sweetest part. Do you know which act I love the most? Not Act 1, nor 3, or 5.
All of it?
But 6.
Oh.
Oh, Act 6, my dear. That's the best part.
Actually, Act 3 is the best part, as I just said. But to each their own.
The part in which the king picks up his fallen head. The knight pulls out the sword in his chest. The bodies stand up, dust their clothes, and come to the front of the stage, bow to the audience, and receive their applause.
Yeah, that's not really a part of the performance.
Yes, it is. My child, that is precisely when the real show begins.
Lies!
I have a good script here. Let me put on my glasses.
Oh, she's about to yap.
Let's start from...
Like 5 minutes.
From Act 6. The princess, a nightingale decorated with diamonds, an opera singer taking center stage, steps into a building of gray and white diamond patterns, and the curtain falls forever. The smile on her face seems too serene. She is still dreaming. Her madness keeps them on alert, but in the court she seems so meek and mentally steady, like a docked boat on calm waters. Nodding elegantly to every gentleman she meets, she makes the shackle on her neck look like a piece of dazzling jewelry. Next page. Oh. In a transparent room under an unyielding limelight, her dignity is stomped on, like a silk handkerchief thrown on the ground. They smash her crown, forcing her to pay for her madness.
I'm mad.
No, not anymore. Sleep, she said to me. Sleep. If that's what she said, then I don't need to wake up. That's when the star falls into an everlasting dream. The blinding light becoming a spotlight on the stage, the empty room carrying the best reverberations. She has never been so calm. Everything beautiful in her is there forever, frozen in time.
I guess she went completely insane.
Or found eternal peace.
Maybe both.
Her world has become the performance, a show that never ends. I'd say she's a great actress, isn't she? My dear, you are indeed a great connoisseur. Only one act of a play can't tell a good story by itself. Oh, forgive my ramblings. The golden curtain has risen.
I will not forgive your ramblings.
Fix your collar, darling, and keep moving forward.
But I will keep moving forward. That's all we can do, you know. Now lock. Alright, let's see what this is about. I don't get any rewards for this, but I didn't get any rewards from the start at all. It was just all story. Hopefully we pick up from where we left off with the number places. The number place.
Meine Damen und Herren, willkommen! On behalf of the General Medical Association of Vienna, I would like to thank you all for attending this demonstration conference. It is a great honor. As we can see, dear friends, the era of science has arrived. The era of man has arrived. Today, we will share the honor of witnessing the advancement of technology, its contributions to medical science, and even the world. Now, please allow me to introduce the patient again, Miss Isolde von Dietersdorf. This lady has selflessly volunteered for the experiment, and in return will receive a healthy mind in no time.
Is that the balloon person? That's not the balloon person.
She's been living a miserable life due to hysteria. How terrible it is for a young woman like her. As we all know, mental illness is taking an increasing toll on our country. Even suicide has become more rampant. The tragedies are piling up, and our dear lady is in excruciating pain as we speak. Thanks to the development of medical science, we can again be rescued from the abyss of pain. As I said before, the electroshock therapy uses the most advanced technology available. The medical use of electricity dates back to the 18th century.
Presentation of these obscure theories fails to enthrall the attention of the guests, and as citizens poses less of a thirst for knowledge than a hunger for morbid curiosities, tales of misfortune.
The youngest daughter of the Dietersdorfs? Oh, no wonder she volunteered. The treatment should do wonders for her. You know there's something wrong with that family? I heard her mother stabbed old Dietersdorf in the temple with a brass needle and killed every maid in the room. That thing's even made it into the curio market. I heard not even the Lord's water could clean the blood off it.
Game is pretty dark.
The family seems to be cursed. So far, no one's ever lived past the age of 40.
In fact, the girl had a sister who died very young, and now her brother. I read in the papers that he killed himself, right? Well, the artist did what an artist would do. He wrote a sad poem and then set fire to his paintings, together with himself. You know what? My uncle works for the police. He showed me the autopsy report. The truth is, Theophil shot himself. He was killed by a bullet.
Gosh! Good thing he didn't have to suffer all that pain before he died. Poor boy, he was so talented and handsome. But the girl, oh, she's less fortunate. Fainted at her only brother's funeral, didn't even get to see him one last time. I hope the latest treatment will alleviate her suffering.
Lunatics. The whole family is a bunch of lunatics. Manners, sir. This is Vienna, where we call these poor people arcanists.
I sincerely hope that Isolde can put an end to her miserable nightmare. After all, she is one of the most talented opera singers in Vienna. Just like her mother.
You know what they say? Talent and hysteria go hand in hand. Think about it. They both come from the mind.
It's funny. That's funny, huh? Speaker notes these
Quiet, please.
whispers.
Treatment for now begin. Are you ready, Miss Dietersdorf?
Untimely whispers.
Yes. I'm ready. Please.
She seems like the girl with the balloons.
One. Okay.
Balloon party.
Now, my lady, just hang in there, okay? The treatment will work.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Perseverance is a virtue. I don't think the electroshock is causing the pain you seem to be experiencing. Don't let the imaginary fear get the better of you.
Yes.
He's in my ear right now.
Good. Now we'll begin stage 2. The voltage will be slightly increased. Please get ready, Miss Dietersdorf.
No!
Stage 3, an even higher voltage.
Oh, the sound has faded.
Enough!
Forgive the interruption, Dr. Schwartz, but I need you to stop the treatment immediately.
Chattering, hushed questions replace the hum of electricity. The audience turns towards the petite woman standing in the back now. In the back row.
To question your methods, as well as the methods of the General Medical Association. Your electroshock therapy is a gross violation of humanitarian principles. Judging from what I just saw, it only brought the patient meaningless pain and didn't help her condition one bit. Unless, of course, you intend to use physical pain to distract the patient from her mental pain.
Her green silhouette is delicate and sharp, like a razor slicing through the chaos.
Even though this is a conference meant for conversation, you're being a little rude. The new electroshock therapy is not what you know from the last century. Now that man has tamed electricity, there's no doubt that the EST is the best choice for treatment. You shouldn't take it at face value, because it's not like the underlying principles are the same as that frog experiment, huh? My treatment is supported by systemic series and reliable references, and it is approved and sponsored by the General Medical Association, which means it's reasonable and legitimate. Well, you are, correct me if I'm wrong, a social activist known for her little arcane tricks, Miss Cacania. Or should I say, Miss Clara? As far as I know, you don't even have a medical degree. Besides your so-called art movement. This secession, is it? It confuses me, really. Anyway, in order to have a more professional conversation, I suggest we talk later. You know, after you get a medical license.
Damn. Murmurs and fragment laughter swells among the crowd. He did cook her.
No, Dr. Schwartz. This conversation has nothing to do with my personal identity or experience. I'm only asking you as a citizen of Vienna and as a human being with empathy. How can you not see that she's suffering? Have you been thoroughly brainwashed by the supposed authority of medical science? Or have you two been blinded and deafened by hysteria?
Oh, you rude little... Please allow me to reiterate, the EST is an advanced and reliable treatment. Besides, Miss Dietersdorf has signed an agreement before we started. The experiment is conducted under mutual consent. Your objection is of no use, and it is even harmful to the patient's interests. But we always welcome debate. Since you question my methods, please be my guest and indulge us with your thoughts on her condition.
As I understand it, Mr. Sigmund Freud published his studies on hysteria in 1895. He believes that hysteria was a psychological disorder caused by problems in the nervous system. It was not a simple organ disease. His trauma theory explains that the patient's personal life experiences were the real cause of the disorder, affecting the patient in subtle ways. It makes much more sense to analyze the patient's traumas than to harm their body. As to whether his theory is advanced enough, you can read The Totem and Taboo, which he published last year.
What?
The gentleman's face cracks with expression.
Freud. Freud! The man who told people to marry their mothers and kill their fathers. The one who couldn't get a word in when his patients spewed insanity. It took him 17 years to become a professor, for God's sake. Miss Clara, I've tolerated your immature antics, and I always welcome advice and opinion as long as they're rational and reasonable. It's just, how could you challenge me with such an amateur theory? You insult me as a gentleman, and you insult my reputation.
What? Dr. Schwartz, I did not mean to insult you.
Damn.
Miss Dittersdorf, she's unconscious.
How?
Get her off the chair now!
We continued. Doing all that. This is more story. Okay, I think we're done. I'm just gonna do stuff and do my summons off stream. I need one more summon, and then I get him to
Don't think I haven't noticed you looking to
portrait
earn
level
your
2.
visit out in the wilderness. Usually.
Should also equip this. Also, let's level this up. load this up to 40. And we ascend. Do the rest of that later. I'm pretty sure this is a challenge.
See into my own future. But there is one thing I know.
Okay. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the stream. Goodbye. Thank you all for watching. We finished the story up pretty quickly. I'm pretty sure this only says main event part 1. So there's probably other parts, I'm assuming. Because we still have like another character. And we also have this guy coming right here. And we have the girl coming too. I'm not sure which assassin game these. Okay, he's from Odyssey, as it says. I don't remember which one she's from. Anyway, goodbye. Thank you.